Who do you think you are, the mayor? Oh, wait, he actually is. That is the mayor. I'm Thad Anderson at the Triple Crown Sparkler. Christopher Fields in Westminster, Colorado. And the city of Westminster, they have a mayor, and their mayor is Herb Atchinson. Herb, thank you for taking the time today to be here and sharing a little more about Westminster with us.
Sure. Thanks, Tad. Appreciate you guys being here.
So let's come right out of the gates with Westminster. And we were able to talk a little earlier with Justin Cutler, Recreational Services Manager for City of Westminster, and he talked a little bit about some of the amenities, but I want to hear from your perspective. You've been here for quite a while. You've been a lot of places in the world. And
right.
What's special about this place? What makes Westminster such a great destination?
I think one of the things you'll find is not only our location, but the diversity of the community. Very diverse background, a lot of economics here, a lot of ethnic groups that are here. And we are considered to be a very welcoming city. We're close to the foothills. You're halfway between Denver and Boulder if you're looking for some excitement. But it's an easy access, growing community. We're about 116,000 right now. We have a lot of things going on here in the city to attract new business and new people. And the dedication of our employees, I think, shows on a day-to-day basis. People like Justin, Lance Johnson, Prince Johnson, all with our Parks and Rec department. And they put up the stuff that we do and the things that we do here with Triple Crown. It's what makes our city.
Yeah, your points of access to downtown Denver, to Boulder, to the mountains, to Red Rocks, to skiing, ski resorts. I mean,
absolutely.
What a great position to be in a dynamic, growing state. It's I've been in Colorado a long time, and I think Westminster was always a nice place, but it's sort of, to me, it's evolved into kind of this one of the gems of the metropolitan area from, and maybe it's different because when I was younger, I don't know if I knew as much about Westminster, but I think you've done a really nice job of positioning yourselves for some of that signature Colorado experience. So thank you for the hosting.
Well, you're quite welcome. And, with Stephanie and the team that come down from Triple Crown, we formed a partnership a long time ago, but just last year we extended that partnership for the next 20 years. So for the next 20 years, you'll be sitting here at this same station, same booth, and we'll keep doing this every year, we hope.
Yeah. Well, speaking of renewed contracts, you've got some re-election coming up, right?
Yeah, I'm up for my re-election is in November, and that will be my last opportunity to serve the city. If I'm fortunate and the citizens support me again, I'll have finished out my career with 41 years with the city.
Yeah. So serving as mayor now, up for re-election then. I won't go to any hot-button political topics right now.
Not a problem.
But when you say 40-plus years serving the city, what are some of the different roles that you've been in Westminster?
Was elected to the city council 3 different times. I was on what we call a permits and license board, which is one of the boards the city uses. Spent 16 years there, planning commission a few years, and then did some contract work for the city as well. So I've been pretty heavily involved with the city since 1980.
What's it like when you're the mayor of the community and you come out to your ballpark, which a lot of dynamic things happen here throughout the year, but when you walk in tonight and you kind of see the party that's going on here, what do you think about, or how does it strike you to look at what this all is?
Well, we have a great partnership here, as I've said already, with Triple Crown. So every year this gets a little bit better. Our long-term goal is to see Triple Crown double capacity of what they have here and double the number of teams and stuff that come in. We're already working to expand new fields for them to have more places to play. We just opened up 3 more for them for this year, and we're continuing to look at developing more fields here, not only in the city but here in the area. Triple Crown is not playing just in Westminster. They're playing in the metro area, and the people who come here, we see a lot of the teams come in early. They spend some vacation time here, or they stay over after the tournament's over. But for Triple Crown, Westminster, and the entire Denver metro area, this is a great boom to our economy. We enjoy having the teams come in here. There is some great talent here, some future Hall of Famers, I'm sure, will come out of this group. We have the scouts who come in, the umpires who travel from all over the country, and we have teams from outside the United States typically here every year.
Yeah, it's between 800 and 900 teams every year from 35 to 40 states, sometimes more than 40 states represented, that all converge on Colorado, Westminster being one of those hub points. Aurora does a lot of the hosting, and those are kind of opposite ends around Denver of the metro area. It goes an hour north up toward Fort Collins area. Quite a sprawl, and I was going to ask you, so I'm glad you said that about field development when you said try to double the size, because this thing's massive right now. And my thought was you either have to expand dates, length of time, or you have to expand footprint of available play space. And so I'm glad to hear you're looking at facility development. from the moment of, let's say you decided we are going to build, say a 4-field, maybe an 8-field complex, to the point of playability, what's an elapsed time to get something
Probably
like that
2
up
years.
and done? 2 years?
Yeah, well, depending on how we're financing it, location financing it, getting it through the city budget process, because we do a 2-year budget here in Westminster, so we would have to plan out. But most of these are planned out even longer. We have other fields that are available for renovation, and we're just taking the money as we can and renovating those fields to bring them up to the playing level that you need for Triple Crown. Will we get a lot done? Like I said, we got, I think it was 3, may have been 4. We got new fields this year. We've got 2 or 3 more that we're looking for next year. But we're also working with our community partners outside of Westminster, Broomfield, Thornton, North Glen, Arvada, Aurora, as you mentioned, clear down to Castle Rock. And being one of the mayors here, I'm one of 40 mayors here in the metro area. I sit on the executive committee for what's called the Metro Mayors Caucus. And we talk about this because I've got fields potentially available clear out to Brighton. And it's just a matter of getting the coordination with Triple Crown to make sure that the fields that they are offering meet the quality standards that you need for safety and the playability. But I think that we will continue to see opportunities to grow here. As you said, you know, the number of teams grows every year. We just can't let this stop. We have too many opportunities here for everybody to come enjoy some great softball, see some great players, meet some nice people here from around the country. I ran into some teams from Texas this morning as I was running through the city. So it's just great to see them come in and have a good time.
Yeah, it's fun to watch the ripple effect, too, because this event's been around long enough. Now you're starting to get players who played here who are now parents of their own children, or in another 10 or 20 years you're going to get, you know, they'll have their own kids on the field now, and soon it'll be grandkids. But when you start talking to players about their memories of their young days, Colorado's going to be one, you know, for the next 10 to 50 years, there'll be people talking about, what was your favorite thing you did as a youth player? And it's going to be about right here. That's happening. There's people right here having that happen to them right now. Little did they know, all these years from now, that's what they're going to be talking about. You guys have done a great job building that. I was curious, do you have a favorite sport?
Actually, Little League.
Little baseball, little small baseball, softball?
I really enjoy watching the Kids World Series for Little League.
Yeah.
It's a hoot. I get to come out here every year and sit and watch some of the best teams in the United States on a competitive level playing fast-pitch softball. I get to spend a few days or some hours out here over the few days they're here. But, look, it's well-rounded. You come to Colorado, you can do anything you want. We have soccer, we have mountain biking, we have hiking, we have skiing, baseball, soccer, you name it, sport-wise. You've got 5 major NFL or level teams here in the major sport category. So you have the Broncos, you have the Avalanche, you have the
Rockies, you got Nuggets, you got lacrosse,
and everything else. So it's just a mecca of sports enthusiasts here. So you pick out what you want, and we've got it.
Yeah. So we're talking with the mayor of Westminster, Herb Atchinson, and we've talked about a lot of good things. Oh, by the way, you're a true Western guy. Sorry, the headset ruled out the hat.
Kind of messed up my image.
But this is you can get reelected on this hat alone. I think this is authentic Western stuff. Is there anything we haven't talked about with Westminster or with hosting this event that you want to make sure we get said before we let you go?
Well, I think really what you have to do is go back and look at the leadership from Triple Crown. Stephanie has been a partner with us for several years now, and the work that she does here coordinating this. I've got staff here that are just outstanding, that love working with her because of her personality and her dedication to what you guys are doing here. But without the cooperation of both groups, this would not work. And it is not just working together, but it's treating it like the partnership that we think it is, and we've seen that proven year after year. So it's up to the teams that come in here, the players, and the people who put it on, and that's being Triple Crown.
Well, I know from talking to Stephanie Clivitter, who's the event director, the feeling is mutual. I know she loves working with your group, too, and appreciates everything you do to help pull off this massive event. Herb Atchinson, the mayor of Westminster, good luck with the upcoming re-election bid, and thanks for your time today.
You're quite welcome. Have a good day and enjoy the time you're here.
Gets the run. Gonna go deep. Has a man. Oh, man. Did he catch that ball? Yes, he did.
What a catch. Going up and fake.
Messi now with an opportunity, tries to scoop it over, a bicycle kick in its hand.
Hi, Mom and Dad. I know they're watching. So.
Oh, he hops over a tackle.
Early inning, and that is cleared. And what a great diving stop.
There's Binky on the left flank. There's the pass. There's the header. Nothing goal. Second down. The freshman runs to the left side. Cut back. She still has the flag. Moves, and that will be a touchdown.
One far side of the field. Quick pass, halfback throw, wide open, and he's got him for a touchdown.
Sheet is on his way for his second try for Ohio State.
Gives this one a ride to left field. Left fielder back, checking where the fence is, and this one is gone. Had to leave immediately after. And what a play, as it was a reverse wide receiver pass wide open, and that is how you start a game.
Pressure coming again, balls up in the air. It is caught though. That's Ishmael Cisse spinning free for tackles, and he's off to the foot race. What a play there by Ishmael Cisse.